Aloha. This is Lahaina Lee, and this is your Maui Real Estate Advisor August edition. And in the words of that other famous person from Maui, we are on the road again. This time, we're in Austin for Keller Williams' annual mega camp, where top Keller Williams agents from all over the U.S. and around the world come together to learn, share, and maybe eat some barbecue. Back home on Maui, the real estate market is slow, and it appears we're not alone. In fact, the whole United States market is slow right now. Nationally, after a disappointing spring selling season, home sales have continued to slow down, and they're also slower and down from the same time in 2023. Man, that was a lot of slows. But Lawrence Yun, chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, said, quote, "Homes are sitting on the market a bit longer and sellers are receiving fewer offers. More buyers are insisting on home inspections and appraisals, and inventories are definitely rising on a national basis. Home inspections and appraisals, oh my!" So, with more homes to sell and with it taking longer to get them sold, prices are finally declining, right? No. The median selling price in the U.S. jumped to yet another new high in June. So, what's happening on Maui? Well, it's been a tough year for the island, and this is a tough month. The month is being marked by gatherings, remembrances, and reflections. Perhaps for a few days, hopefully a little longer, we can unite the way we did immediately after the fire. But the actions and words of our mayor and governor have been divisive and damaged our island's fragile tourism-dependent economy, and it hurts. These numbers are from the Hawaii Tourism Authority, and you can see that Oahu is doing fairly well. Their number of visitors in May was actually up compared to May of 2023. And I would like to draw your attention to the comparison between Oahu and Maui. You can see that in May, Oahu's visitors were up, and being up by 6.5% is a pretty significant increase. And Maui? Well, we're down over 24% and 24+% year to date. And when tourism is down, everything goes down, including real estate. Single-family home sales fell to their lowest level in the last 6 months. Previously, in fact, for the last several months, we've been able to pin slow home sales on low inventory. But since topping 300 homes for sale in June, available homes rose again in July. The last time there were that many homes, more than 300 for sale on Maui, that was back in November of 2020. Yeah, 2020. That's another year that was best viewed in the rearview mirror. But in that month, when there were 300 homes for sale, there were also 102 sales. So that's just 3 months of inventory. It was a hot seller's market, and it was getting hotter. But with just 55 sales last month, we've technically turned the corner and entered into a buyer's market. That's technically a buyer's market, but not much of a buyer's market. Why is that? Well, prices are remaining stubbornly strong, and in the most affordable areas like Maui's central area, inventory is still quite low, and it's still a seller's market. In this chart, what I'm showing you are all of the homes that are currently for sale by region, along with all of the homes that are currently under contract, so they've agreed to sell. We don't know what the contract price is, but we do know what the asking price was. And you can see that in almost every case, the homes that are selling, the ones that are actually under contract, are far below the median asking price. So we have a big mismatch there. The final column are all the homes that have sold in the last few months and what they actually closed for. And so again, you can see in almost every case, there's a big mismatch between the homes that are for sale and what people are actually buying. And in the final column, you can see how many months of inventory we have. And so West Maui, for example, we've got 12 and a half months of inventory. In all of the other markets, except for Central and Upcountry, Well, they're showing that it's really a buyer's market. Central, still a seller's market. Upcountry is pretty balanced. But by and large, what people are buying and what is for sale don't match from a price standpoint. And what about condos? Yeah, condos are a whole other story. This market is going to create some pain for some folks and some opportunities for others. Condo sales got off to a slow start in July, but then recovered a little bit to show a little bit of a gain in sales for the month. However, the real stories on this chart are in the pending, where we can see that pendings declined for the sixth straight month in a row. And that means that we're going to see fewer sales in the next few months. The other part is the inventory. So we've been saying it's all about the inventory. With inventory up to 714 units, this clearly indicates it's a buyer's market. Pricing looks like maybe it dropped a little bit, but July, the median selling price was still above February, and those middle months were all buoyed by some big sales down in Wailea. We really haven't seen inventory levels this unbalanced since, well, maybe the Great Recession, and we may see even more properties coming to market. So with more properties coming to market, sales slowing, we might see prices dropping a little bit, maybe foreclosures. Well, we could see some lower prices, but foreclosures, not so much. Today's economics are very different than back in '08. Many of the buyers leading up to that crash were speculators. They financed their condos with little or no money down, and they were counting on rental income from tourists to pay their mortgages. When two airlines serving Maui just failed, tourist money dried up, and speculators couldn't pay their mortgages, and their properties were, quote, underwater. Those buying during the hot market since 2019 have not been speculators. A little over 40% of them paid cash for their condos, and the banks required the rest to put at least 30% down for financing. And the huge increases in value since have just added to the equity for those owners. As a result, even as tourism is once again way, way off, even most property owners who might like to sell don't need to sell. And that's supported by the fact that the properties that are being sold are getting 94 to 95% of asking price. It's not like that crazy 100% plus selling price that we were, getting back, but 94% is still average for a normal market. What could bring prices down, for condos at least, is this divisive short-term rental mess. Some owners are afraid that if the mayor's bill passes, their condos could plummet in value. Other local owners need that income for their retirement. Some are just tired of owning on Maui. After no tourism during COVID and the meager tourism we have now, fueled by the unfriendly attitude of our governor and mayor and certain members of the county council, they're just deciding it's time to move on. Okay, enough commentary. If you have any thoughts, insights, or questions, drop them into the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of the updates from here on Maui. So until next time, this is Lahaina Lee reminding you that no one knows Maui real estate like Aloha Group Maui. From Not Lahaina, this is Lahaina Lee saying aloha.